Hello everyone. We will start the session in some time. Let others join. We will wait for some 5 minutes. Okay. Am I audible? Hello. Am I audible? Hello. Can anyone confirm that if I'm audible or not? Uh, are you able to hear now? Is it fine? You can unmute and speak. Maheshwaran, you can. Yeah. Hello. Okay, we'll start the session in 2 more minutes. I'm just waiting for some more people to join. Can anyone, one of you, unmute and speak something so that I know that you are present there and able to hear my voice?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we will start the session. Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Akash Saha, and I am a PMRF candidate and pursuing my PhD in the field of environmental engineering from IIT Madras. So today we will be having a practice session for some of the questions related to wastewater recycling, the course which you have taken. So I have made a few slides regarding this topic. So I will share my screen right now. Is my screen visible? Can someone confirm if you are able to see my slide?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, so this is the overview of the week one topics. Like you might have gone through the lectures. So the lectures were containing regarding the sources and the type of wastewater. So where we saw different types of wastewater, the sources, the agriculture, domestic, and the industrial sources of wastewater, as well as gray water and black water. Then we have seen topics related to the point and non-point sources of wastewater. Okay, so then we have talked about the wastewater management. At first, what is the concept of treatment and the recycling, and how we can effectively manage the wastewater. And at last, we have seen some of the topics regarding the issues and the challenges regarding the wastewater management. So I will show some of the questions related to this. So it will help you to solve the assignment given for this wastewater recycling course. So you can type in the answers in the chat box, and then we will see what is the correct answer. Okay, so this is the first question, which says like select the odd one out from the following. The options are domestic wastewater, municipal wastewater, storm water, and sewage. So can you put the answers in the chat box, or you can unmute and speak also.
Stormwater,
Okay, so why do you think it's storm water?
because it's relatively clean.
It
It's
is
the
related.
rainwater only.
Yeah, so we can see that the other three options, that is the domestic wastewater, municipal wastewater, and the sewage, will have a higher load of pollution. Like that means it will have a higher amount of organic matter present in the wastewater. Whereas stormwater is basically the runoff or the rainwater which is flowing and being collected at some place. So the odd one out will be the stormwater. Okay. So the next question is select the correct order in terms of degree of pollution. So we have three different type of water, that is the light gray water, heavy gray water, and black water. So can someone say the answer or write in the chat box?
A.
Anyone else? Anyone else who thinks that the answer is A? Okay, James said it's A. Okay, so can someone tell me like what is the difference between a gray water and a black water? The correct answer is A, that is true. But what is the difference between a gray water and black water?
Grey water is basically the wastewater that is generated in the bathrooms, and the
Okay.
black water is the one which is generated in toilets.
Yeah, it is the correct. So here we can see that the light gray water, basically all the bathroom flushings and all. Heavy gray water will have the dishwashers, kitchen, sink. So it will have a higher organic load. And then the highest will be the black water. So this is the answer. And the next question, please read the question correctly. The question is identify the incorrect statement from the statements concerning the negative impact of poor wastewater management. Okay, so the first statement is poor wastewater management is likely to increase the cost of drinking water treatment. Second is increased greenhouse gas emissions are possible positive impact of poor wastewater management. The third is poor wastewater management may supposedly also result in decreased biodiversity in the long run. So which of the option is incorrect? Or you can say which of the options is right here? A, B, C, or D? Anyone? You can write it in the chat box. You have to find the incorrect statement out of these three statements.
B.
C,
B.
B. Okay.
Uh, Only statement 2 is incorrect.
Okay. Anyone else who thinks B is the correct answer? Okay, so B is the correct answer because increased greenhouse gas emissions is a negative potential impact of poor wastewater management. The other two statements are correct. Okay, so B is the correct answer. That statement 2 is incorrect. So let me move on to the next question. A prominent disadvantage of decentralized wastewater management system is. You have to tell what is the disadvantage of the decentralized wastewater management system. Is it higher number of sewage treatment plants, considerably longer duration of sewage transport, difficulty of recycling treated effluent, or difficulty related to operations and maintenance? If you have any doubt regarding centralized and decentralized wastewater management systems, then you can ask here or you can tell the correct answer. Here they are asking about a prominent disadvantage of the decentralized wastewater systems. Anyone?
Longer duration of transport.
Longer duration of transport. Is longer duration of sewage transport a characteristic of decentralized wastewater management system? So the question is asking about the disadvantage of decentralized system. Longer duration of sewage transport will happen if there is a centralized wastewater management system. So I will show you the answer. The correct answer is A.
Okay, okay. Higher
Okay.
number.
Yeah. So if we have decentralized wastewater management system, then more number of sewage treatment plants will have to be present. And the others are the disadvantages of the centralized wastewater system. So if you have centralized wastewater system, it will have a longer duration for transport. There will be difficulty in recycling, and there are other difficulties with operations and maintenance. Okay. So the next question is, it's a pretty easy question. Constructed wetlands can be used for water conservation, preservation of flora and fauna, wastewater treatment, all of the above. Others, please join the session and type in the answer in the chat box. It's a pretty easy question. If you have any doubts regarding what is a constructed wetland, you can ask. Anyone? The correct answer?
Is it C only, or will it be D? Like, we,
Okay.
wetland is constructed wetland is used for treatment only, right? Uh, does that include? I get slightly confused about the all of the above.
Okay. So the confusion maybe, yeah, might have heard that constructed wetland is used for wastewater treatment. It is true that it is used for this wastewater treatment. But the added advantage is that it's a natural way of treatment. Like how earlier, like by through nature, how we can treat any less amount of pollution loads. So for that we have the natural systems. So the added advantage of this constructed wetland is also that it will conserve water, and there is also preservation of the flora fauna which is present in the aquatic systems. So both A and B are also correct answer. So the correct answer will be D, all of the above.
How how does it preserve the flora and the fauna?
Yeah, because it's a natural treatment system, right? So wherever we have the aquatic systems present in the constructed wetlands, it has some flora and fauna. The aquatic plants, the fishes, or whatever will be present, they will be preserved in the natural treatment system, because most of the work will be done by the aquatic plants which are presently present in the constructed wetlands. They will absorb all the organic loadings or the contaminants.
Okay, that is fine, but how the flora fauna can survive there? Because since it's a constructed wetland, so we'll be pouring the wastewater in it, right?
Yeah,
So
but first of all it will be,
fishes.
yeah, first of all it will be getting diluted and the natural system will be maintained, will be conserved. It is not that the at the point where you are discharging the wastewater, that flora fauna will be conserved, but as a whole in that system we don't have to see. If we are constructing a different wastewater treatment plant, suppose a ASP or whatever, we have to uh, provide some other areas. For we have for that we have to cut some trees, we have to clear some land area. Okay, but here in the constructed wetland we can use the natural treatment system itself. So we are not displacing any flora fauna present at that place, and we are also not clearing out any other areas which have the earlier natural system present there. So in that way we are preserving the flora and fauna. Is it clear?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so the next question is, which of the following is not an ideal practice of wastewater recycling? So we are talking about wastewater recycling here. So the first option is use of treated domestic wastewater for horticulture, discharge of treated domestic sewage into agricultural fields, use of treated industrial effluent in cooling towers, and discharge of domestic sewage into irrigation channels. You have to tell which one is not an ideal practice.
B. Discharge into irrigation channels.
Irrigation channels, yeah, it is the right answer. Other thing we are conventionally using as recycling in the case of horticulture, agricultural fields, and even in industries for cooling towers. Okay. So the next question is, non-point sources of pollutions are usually difficult to monitor and control because many small sources diffuse in from different locations, require several spatially distributed monitoring stations, difficult to determine the dispersion rates of pollutant flows, all of the above. So here we are talking about non-point sources of pollution. So we have studied about the point sources and the non-point sources of pollution. So which one will be difficult to monitor and control? Can somebody tell which is difficult to monitor and control? Point sources or non-point sources? Those who are joining now, I would request you to go through the question and type in the correct answer in the chat box. Okay, so D is the correct answer, all of the above, because we know that non-point sources, we don't have a specific point of discharge. It can be either through surface runoff or any other flow. So the rate of dispersion and the diffusivity, it's difficult to calculate in this case. So the next question is, which of the statements are not true about point source of pollution? So here we have given some statements. We have to tell which one are not true. Please be cautious in this question because there may be more than one correct answer. So it's a multiple correct answer type question. Anyone wants to try? We have just discussed about the non-point sources of pollution. So it is about the point source of pollution. Anyone? Okay, Sumitra is saying it's B. Anyone else wants to try? So the first option is discharge usually controlled by permit. So it is true for a point source, right? So A is not the right answer. B, difficult to monitor, requires many stations. Yeah, it is not true about point source. It is true for non-point sources. Third is easier to develop permit systems. So for which source of pollution it will be easier? Point source or non-point sources? Permit systems are basically the regulatory systems like the discharge standard we can uh, make for any effluent from any industry or any municipal discharge. So, will it be easier for a point source or non-point source?
Easier for the point source.
Yeah, it is true for a point source. So, the last option, difficult to determine dispersion rates. So, it is not true for a point source. So, the correct answers are B and D. Okay. Now, the next question. Which one of the following is a part of brown water? You might have studied about gray water, black water, but this is slightly different. Which is a part of brown water? Kitchen tap water, shower, feces, dishwasher. Anybody wants to try in the chat box? Okay. Okay, so it is pretty simple. The answer is feces. Rest of the other things are a part of gray water. And when this feces is mixed with urine, we call it as black water. Now, which of the following are the wastewater resource management options? So we have nutrient reuse, water reuse and recycling, energy generation, all of those. It's a simple question. Which of the following are wastewater resource management options? Yeah, it's all of the above. Because wastewater can be a useful resource for water, biosolids, nutrients, energy, and other value-added products. Can anyone say any other value-added product which we can get from this wastewater? Name any of the other value-added product which we can get from wastewater.
Bioplastics.
Bioplastic, yeah.
Enzymes.
Enzymes, yeah. These are two other value-added products. Okay, so the next question is which of the following central government schemes help to improve the sanitation coverage in rural India? Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, Swachh Bharat Mission, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana. Okay, so people are typing. The correct answer is Swachh Bharat Mission. I think I have mistakenly marked it as C. It is B is the correct answer. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Okay. So the next question is which of the following is a false statement? So the statements are pollutant always create harmful effects, contaminant always create harmful effects. Pollutant can either be a foreign substance or component of the original substance. Contaminant creates problems if it exceeds the harmless level. So which of the following is a false statement? Here we have to just know the difference between a pollutant and a contaminant.
B is the answer.
B is the answer. Yeah. So contaminant can be any foreign substance which may or may not create any harmful effects based on their concentration levels. So now the next question, it's match the following type of question. So we have three options in the left and three options on the right. So which option is correct? You have to match the correct water resource management options with the process implemented. Anyone? The correct answer? Okay, Sumitra is saying it's B. Yeah, the correct answer is B. So combined water and nutrient recycling, we can use it for agriculture and aquaculture purposes, energy generation through biogas production, and ecosystem replenishment, which we talked in the earlier slides, which helps in the constructed wetlands. Okay, so the next question is discharging untreated wastewater into water bodies may have economic impacts such as higher spending on utilities for wastewater management, negative effects on activities like aquaculture, agriculture, and tourism. Both A and B, neither A nor B. Please read the question carefully. We have to, here we are talking about the economic impact. Sumitra has given her answer. Anybody else wants to try? Those who are joining now can try this question and tell me the right answer in the chat box. Is C the correct answer? Please read the question carefully. Discharging untreated wastewater into water bodies. If we are discharging untreated wastewater into the water bodies, then there will be no spending on utilities, right? Because we are directly discharging the wastewater into the water body. So there will be no spending in utilities. So the correct answer is only B, that it will have negative effects on activities like aquaculture, agriculture, and tourism. Okay, is that clear? Sumitra, am I audible? Okay. Okay, so this is the last question. Which one of the following is not an issue or challenge in wastewater management? Increasing water demand, emerging contaminants, decrease in the self-cleansing capacity of nature, regulations in discharge standards for industrial effluents. Which one is not an issue or challenge?
C.
C. Okay. Anyone else wants to try?
C.
D.
C.
Yes, I was talking about what about D? How can D be a challenge or issue? It is talking about regulations in discharge standards. See, due
Uh,
to
as the number of industries and everything is increasing, so regulating their discharge will be tough since new contaminants are emerging. So there's an issue of emerging contaminants that
but
will be a big challenge.
okay, that is like it will a problem of emerging contaminants. But suppose we cannot stop our economic growth, right? We have to go for industries. We cannot stop the industries being implemented. So how can we regulate the industries? We can have stricter discharge standards. Like we can ask them to set up their own treatment plant rather than discharging the industrial effluents into the water bodies, right? So regulations are required for wastewater management also. Strict regulations are required. So in that aspect, D is a right option. But due to this wastewater or discharging this wastewater into water bodies, the self-cleansing capacity of nature will decrease. So it is a issue. So the correct answer is D, regulations in discharge standards. Because it's not an issue, it's a requirement when we have many industries or industrial effluents. Okay, so these are all the questions which I had, which may help you to solve the assignment one.
Uh, just one decrease in you have written decrease in self cleansing capacity is an issue. You are saying,
Yeah,
but how could it be possible? Because
suppose we
if
have many.
some river is flowing
Uh,
and the flowing water is having a self cleansing capacity, right?
okay,
So उसका capacity तो decrease नहीं होता, no matter uh,
no, if we
मतलब
are
if
not.
you add pollutant to it then uh, maybe it will take time, but if उसका खुद का capacity तो decrease नहीं होता.
No, capacity will decrease, right? Because if we are uh, providing more, suppose capacity in the terms, let me talk about dissolved oxygen. Okay, so we know that rivers or any water bodies have some inherent dissolved oxygen content. But if you are polluting the water, okay, it will not be able to regain its initial dissolved oxygen, right? Because most of the oxygens will be consumed in the degradation of the biomass which we are throwing into the river. So in that way, the self-cleansing capacity will decrease if we talk in terms of dissolved oxygen. Okay, so it will not be able to get back into the same form which it was earlier. So in that way, it can be a challenge. Or in any case of any other natural or aquatic treatment systems. So there, wastewater management plays a key role.
uh, but what I am saying is कि उसकी capacity कम नहीं हो रही, हम उसके capacity से ज़्यादा add कर रहे हैं, that is a problem.
Yeah, you can say like that, but it's a problem of wastewater management, right? We are obviously we are decreasing. We are मतलब उसकी we are adding more pollutant than its capacity, so it will not be able to come in the same form as it was earlier. So like that, yeah, you are correct in that way. Okay. So if anyone else have any other questions regarding this week one topics, you can ask me from any topic of week one which is not clear.
सर असाइनमेंट 2 के क्वेश्चंस रिपीट हुए हैं.
Assignment 2. Okay. Okay, I will check with the faculty then if it's the case.
11, 12 एंड 13 क्वेश्चन मतलब कि रिपीट हुआ है बार बार.
Okay,
तीनों
fine,
बार
fine.
सेम क्वेश्चन आया है.
Okay, we will get back. I will inform it to the team and the faculty. If any changes are required, it will be done. Okay.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
Any other query or concern?
Would you mind introducing yourself once again, under whom you are working and at like which institute?
Okay, okay. So my name is Akash Saha, and I am a PMRF candidate in the Department of Civil Engineering at IIT Madras, and I am working under Professor Liji Philip. And my area of study is regarding integrated management of wastewater and domestic organic waste. And I'll be looking into like various aspects regarding electromembranes, biohydrogen generation, and also sustainability assessment. So these three areas are my uh, research uh, research topic. So that's all. Anything else you want to ask?
No, thank you very much.
Okay. So we will have our next session for week 2 on August 8th, same time 7 to 9 p.m. So whatever doubts you have, you can note down and we can discuss here, and we will also solve some of the problems. But the first week was all theoretical, so I didn't have any problems. But from next week, we will try to include some problems also. Okay. So if you have any query, you can get back to me or you can mail me. This is my email ID, saha19akash@gmail.com. You can write to me anytime. I will be happy to answer your queries regarding the assignments or anything. So if there are no more doubts or queries, I will switch off the session. Okay, guys, thank you for coming. We'll meet next week again, same time.
Sir, once again, all questions only visible. I am just joining.
Okay,
Can
okay.
you please help me?
Yeah, so we just discussed some of the problems regarding week 1 topics. So, do you want me to discuss it again, or you have any? If you have any doubts or queries, you can ask me right now.
Yeah, okay.
You want me to discuss the questions, or you have any question or queries? Naveen,
Yeah, okay, sir. Only for visible in questions I can understand and you tell me.
you can understand. I'm not able to hear you properly.
You can not understand. I am just joining in your class. Not visible in our questions.
You want to see the questions again?
Yeah, again, one question again visible.
Okay, okay. Wait, wait. Is it visible, Naveen?
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Uh, so other new joinees also can. We are going through the questions once again. I will quickly go through the questions. You can see and ask any doubts if you have. Okay. So the first, Naveen, is it visible?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay.
Visible.
So yeah, you can type in the correct answer if you want. So the first question is, which one is the odd one out from the following?
Yeah, okay.
You can type in the answer in the chat box. Okay, I will quickly go through the answers. The correct answer is C, that is stormwater, because other are other will have a higher organic loading in them, like the domestic, municipal, or the sewage. So the next question,
Yeah, okay.
huh? What is the correct order in terms of degree of pollution? So we have light gray water, heavy gray water, and black water. So
Okay. Okay.
okay, so which one will be the correct answer? So the correct answer will be A, that is light gray water, then heavy gray water, and then black water. Because black water will comprise of the feces and the urine, so the organic loading will be much higher than the gray waters. The next question, identify the incorrect statement concerning the negative impact of poor wastewater management. So the statements are poor wastewater management is likely to increase the cost of drinking water treatment. Increased greenhouse gas emissions are possible positive impact of poor wastewater management. Poor wastewater management may supposedly also result in decreased biodiversity in the long run. So which one do you think is the incorrect statement? Uh, the correct answer is B. All the statements are not incorrect. So here, if you see statement 1, poor wastewater management is likely to increase the cost of drinking water, because then the organic loading or whatever is present, we are not able to remove all those things. So the cost of drinking water will actually increase, and also it will cause a decrease in the biodiversity. But statement 2 is incorrect because the increased greenhouse emissions are negative potential impact of wastewater management. So only statement 2 is incorrect. Next one is a prominent disadvantage of decentralized wastewater system. So which one is the disadvantage of decentralized wastewater system? We have higher number of sewage treatment plants, considerably longer duration of sewage transport, difficulty of recycling treated effluent, and difficulty in the related operations and maintenance. So which one is the disadvantage? So here the correct answer will be higher number of sewage treatment plants, because we know that in decentralized wastewater system we have different sewage treatment plants in the whole area. So the other three options are the disadvantage of a centralized wastewater system. So here the correct option is A. Next one is constructed wetlands can be used for water conservation, preservation of flora and fauna, wastewater treatment, all of the above. It's a pretty simple question. Yeah, the correct answer is all of the above, because it will help in achieving all the three things. Next one is which is not an ideal practice for wastewater recycling. Here we are talking about recycling. So option A is about horticulture, B in agricultural fields, C in cooling towers, D is the discharge directly into the irrigation channels. So yes, the correct answer is D, that is discharge into the irrigation channels. Okay. Because the rest of the three is talking about treated domestic wastewater. So we can use treated domestic wastewater for horticulture, for agriculture, and even for cooling towers. But if we are discharging directly the domestic sewage into irrigation channels, it is not a proper practice. Next question is, non-point sources of pollution are usually difficult to monitor and control because, here we are talking about non-point sources of pollution. So which is the correct option? No, Naveen, the answer should be all of the above because all these things are difficult to monitor because in non-point sources we have several small sources that diffuse into from different locations, and also it requires many numbers of monitoring stations, and the determination of dispersion rates is also difficult. So all of the above is the correct answer. Now the next question, which one is not true about point source of pollution? So here we are talking about point source of pollution. Is it discharge usually controlled by permit, difficult to monitor, requires many stations, C is easier to develop permit stations, and D is difficult to determine the dispersion rates? So which one do you think is not true for point source? If you have any doubts regarding the point source or the non-point sources of pollution, you can ask me. So here the correct answer is B and D. We are talking about which of the statement is not true. So in case of point source of pollution, it is easier to monitor. Hence B is incorrect. And also for any point source of pollution, it is easy to determine the dispersion rates because we know from where it is dispersing, what is the concentration, at what time, at what location. We have every data. So both B and D is not true for point source of pollution. The next one is which one of the following is a part of brown water? Kitchen tap water, shower, feces, or dishwasher? So which is the following is part of brown water? So yes, the correct answer is feces because the rest of the things are part of grey water. Okay. Next question. Which of the following are the wastewater resource management options? Here we are talking about wastewater resource management options. We have nutrient reuse, water reuse and recycling, energy generation, all of the above. So which one is a proper wastewater resource management option? Yes, the answer is D, that is all of the above. Next question. Which of the following government schemes help to improve the sanitation coverage in rural India? Here we are talking about sanitation coverage. So which of the government scheme? Is it C, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana? No, the correct answer is Swachh Bharat Mission. The other three are not related to sanitation. The correct answer is Swachh Bharat Mission. Now the next one. Which of the following is a false statement? The statements are pollutant always create harmful effects, contaminant always creates harmful effects, pollutant can either be a foreign substance or component of original substance, contaminant creates problems if it exceeds the harmless level. So which one of these is a false statement? Here we have to know the difference between a pollutant and a contaminant. If you have any doubt between a pollutant and a contaminant, you can ask me. Yes, B is the correct answer, that contaminant always create harmful effects because contaminant can be any foreign substance which is present, which was not present in the system before, but was introduced as a different particle into the system. So it may or may not create the harmful effects. Okay, so based on the concentration level, it creates harmful effects. Can everyone mute themselves. There is some disturbance. Please mute yourself. Okay. So now the match the following. We have to match the proper resource management option with the process implemented. We have three options: combined water and nutrient recycling, energy generation, ecosystem replenishment. And on the right hand side, we have feeding wetlands.
Number number C.
C.
C C.
No, C is not the right answer. Yes, C is the
Okay.
correct answer
Okay. B
because
is the correct answer.
because water and nutrient recycling can help us in agriculture and aquaculture. Energy can be produced in the form of biogas, and ecosystem is replenished through constructed wetlands. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So the next question is, discharging untreated wastewater into the water bodies may have economic impacts, such as higher spending on utilities for wastewater management, negative effects on activities like aquaculture, agriculture, and tourism. Both A and B, neither A nor B. So here we are talking about the economic impact
C.
of untreated wastewater. Please see the question carefully. It is talking about discharging untreated wastewater. Everyone is saying it as C, but think about it.
B is the
B is only the right answer. Okay. Why? Because if we are discharging the untreated wastewater into the system, then there is no point of having utilities of water waste management, wastewater management. Okay. So there will be no economic impact on the utilities, right? So only B is the correct option. Is it clear? Am I clear about this?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay. So this is the last question. Which one of the following is not an issue or challenge in wastewater management? So here we are talking about issues and challenges in wastewater management. Yes, the correct answer is D, because regulations of the discharge standard in industrial effluents help us in controlling the wastewater effluents. Okay, so the other three options are an issue or challenge, but the D option is a requirement in the case of wastewater management. Okay, so
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
these are all the questions that I have. So the next session will be on August 8th, same time, 7 to 9 p.m. So please try to join at 7 o'clock itself so we can comprehensively discuss all the questions, because from next time onwards we will have some numericals and all. So it will take more time and I will not be able to go through the questions again and again. So please join on time and we can discuss. If you have any queries or doubts, you can mail me.
सर वो हमने स्टार्टिंग का 10 क्वेश्चन मिस किया था वो बोल सकते हैं क्या सर स्टार्टिंग कम्युनिकेशंस कैन यू डिस्कस लाइक once again
Okay, you can do one thing. I will go through the questions. You can take a screenshot. Okay.
okay sir
If you have any queries, you can get back to me on my mail ID.
okay sir just I will check sir
Yeah. You just take the screenshot of the questions. This is the question one.
okay
Question two.
so just 1 minute sir you can answer is not there sir only question is coming
Okay. You can take the answers also.
storm water okay sir
Okay.
okay sir second just 1 minute second I will take screenshot okay third sir sir fourth 5 sir okay 6 sir 7 8 sir 9. Okay, sir. Next 10, sir. So next. Next, sir.
Okay, is it fine?
Okay, okay, sir. 16th and okay, okay. Sir, I have some doubts, sir. Sir,
Okay.
how to check the assignment results?
After the deadline, you will get all the answers plus solutions. You will get your marks
Uh,
answers.
sir, this assignment is second assignment, no, sir? This is second assignment, no, sir?
Actually, I think two assignments have been uploaded, but here I have talked about only. This is not the assignment. Okay, these are not assignment
Okay,
questions. These are questions which will help you to solve the assignment questions. These are not,
okay, 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 sir.
but
Okay, just this is the.
yeah, this is an extra problem solving session. Here you can discuss
Okay,
or you can ask any doubts which you have. Okay.
okay, sir. Means, sir, every assignment has some times there, no, sir? Time period is there, no, sir?
Yeah.
10 days, 15 days.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Every
so,
assignment has time.
so I think first assignment also not time is there, like, sir, for
Yeah,
submit.
yeah. It is there. Till ninth is it is there. You have time.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have submitted the first assignment, sir. When result comes after the due date, sir?
Yeah, after the due date only it will come.
Okay, sir. Sir, and that how to download that video, sir? We watch once again, sir.
You can go to the website and download it, right? I think now
Okay,
download function is not been enabled right now. I have to check with the
okay,
team.
sir.
Okay, but you can
Okay,
always
okay,
access
sir.
it. You can watch it again. That is not an issue. You can watch it again.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And sir, another one question, sir, is if you write the exam, sir, we need to pay the 1,000 rupees for the exam fee, na, sir?
Yes, exactly. If you want the certification, you have to write the
Okay.
exam and get the certification.
What is the criteria for that? Means some assignment mark is
Yeah, yeah,
some
yeah,
compulsory
yeah.
is there.
There are some minimum cutoff for assignment and for your final exam. So
What is criteria that, sir?
I don't remember it right now. You can check in the portal. It is there where you are
Okay,
having
sir.
exam videos, right? It is there.
Okay.
Assignment and final exam. It will be there.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. And
Okay.
if others have any doubts, they can you can get back to me in my mail ID. Okay. Any
And sir, another one question. If you keep on videos, there is no problem, no, sir.
sorry, I
By
didn't.
mistakenly, sir. If I keep the videos, if I not watch the video, sir. Okay.
Okay.
The any problem is there for exam, sir? Just
No, no, you can watch the videos any number of times. You can download it
no,
also.
sir. If I forgot to watch one number of videos, sir. Okay.
Okay.
If I some were not got time, sir, that time.
Ha. Yeah, you
So
can
there is no
download it.
criteria.
That is not an issue. It is just to help you in preparation.
Okay, sir.
If you are not seeing the
Okay, sir.
videos, you can directly go and give the exam. That is not an issue.
Okay. 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 Just ask me, sir. Just on the I had doubt that.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Sir, this is section is every week or what, sir?
Yeah,
Is
every Tuesday I will have a session from 7 to 9.
okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, every Tuesday.
Okay. Okay, sir. We'll join, sir.
Please join.
Okay.
Okay,
Sir,
everyone.
and another sir, sir, you are from NTPL, no, sir?
I am actually a PMRF candidate. I am pursuing my PhD in IIT Madras. So
Okay, sir.
I am not from NPTEL, but I am doing a TA work.
Sir, this course is useful for the job holders, sir. Means
Definitely,
how it is
definitely.
help, sir?
As a job holder means you are getting a certification in this wastewater recycling and treatment, right? So it will add value to your
Okay.
CV, right?
Okay, sir.
It will add value to your CV, definitely. So
Okay,
it
sir.
is very
And in that video, sir, all the things are mentioned, sir, process. So that is easy to understand because we are working in that field, na, sir.
yeah, sure.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Can we leave, sir?
Please, you can leave. You can leave the session.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
सर न्यूमेरिकल प्रॉब्लम्स के सर और एग्जांपल्स सॉल्व करने के लिए मिल सकते हैं क्या किसी तरह से?
हाँ देखो, इस बार वीक 1 में it was all theoretical. Okay, we didn't have any numericals.
Yes,
From
sir.
the other weeks we will have
Yes,
numericals
sir.
related extra problems. Okay, don't worry.
Yes. Thanks.
Okay. If you have no more questions, you can leave the session. Ravindra, Sachin, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, if you don't have any question, you can leave the session. Ravindra, are you there? Ravindra, okay, I'm closing the session now.